What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Goldfinger Visions. Listen, we back. We about to get straight into it. Your boy Chris Sales is sus. Your boy Chris Sales is sus. Listen, you know what I always say? As a man, you gotta control your lust. You gotta control your lust. Excuse me. I just got in the crib. You gotta control your lust. You gotta work on your relationship with God. And you gotta be on your purpose, your mission. In this clip, Chris Sale's recent ex-girlfriend, the young lady he was seeing, is exposing him, and she got some things to say. Roll a clip.
Things.
Alright guys, so here is the long-awaited video that y'all have all been waiting for. So basically, I was involved with a influencer or funny comedian, whatever you want to call him, Christopher Sales, okay? Him. So I got involved with him like June 20, I moved down here June 15th of 2024. And you know, that's where we met for the first time. I had been talking to him on the internet for like a couple months or whatever the case may be, and then I ended up telling him I was moving to Houston, and he offered to let me come stay with him. And I was like, okay, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Till I got my stuff together. So within this time of meeting him, you know, I did develop feelings for him. I did start to like him. And, you know, I was just like, you know, I mean, I was young, very much infatuated, you know, but let's get to the actual interesting part of the story, because y'all need to know this. So first off, this man got me to make a OF account. I'm not going to say it too loud because I don't want to get banned. And in the process of making that, my email was not working, and he was like, oh, we can use mine. And I was like, okay, that's perfectly fine with me, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was like, oh, we'll just change it later. So I was like, all right, cool. So we make it. I put in my banking information. At the time, I did not have a bank. I was using like Chime and Cash App and things like that, so I put my Chime account on there. So right, we open up the account, we get everything going, and I go in there and I open up the account one day. Mind you, when I didn't have like two-factor authentication or anything like that, once I had created that account with his email, I could not go back in there and change anything. And I found out like a day or two later, or actually the same day, I think it might have been the same day, I think I had found out that he had changed the banking information to his. So me personally, I did what any smart person would have done. I made another account and I didn't tell him about it. So I had two OnlyFans accounts, and I was promoting it on my other ex account that he didn't know about. So within the course of that time, within July alone, which is when I made the account, by July 24th, which is the end of the month, I made that account on July 1st. I had made over $5,000, which I did not receive. Which brings me to the next point. I did not gain access to that account until I left him November 28th. I moved out, packed all my stuff, and I left. Because he was very disrespectful to me, yelled at me on the game in front of all his little friends, and thought I wasn't going to leave. Like, I had enough. And on top of withholding money from me, now, if you want to know the exact amount, from July 1st, 2024 to November 28th, November 28th, 2024, he had taken $21,086 from me, okay? I'd never seen that money, never did. I had a separate account, like I told you, that I was making money off of, but I never saw the money from that original account that was meant to be mine, right? And I admit I was, you know, that was kind of dumb of me to, like, you know, not do nothing about it. But in his claims, he claims, mind you, because we did move out of the homeboy's house or whatever and moved into our house, and it was just me and him. He claimed he was paying the bills. Mind you, I only stayed there for 2.5 months, right about 2.5 months. In 2.5 months, you're not going to spend $21,000 on anything. Not no rent, no light bill, no electricity. Then on top of that, I ended up getting furniture for my room. We had separate bedrooms, but I actually really slept in his room. But I had my own separate bedroom, you know. We'll get into that later though. But within that time, you know, he can't even say that he when I did end up moving out and leaving, I asked him for my furniture back, and that'll be in another video. But I asked him for my furniture back, and he's like, no, you can't have it back. I bought it. So only thing I had with me when I moved out was the clothes that I brought with me to Texas, shoes, and any other personal belongings. But I had none of my furniture because he refused to give me my furniture because he bought it. Anyways, so next thing is I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, so I moved out, left, whatever. But while I lived with him, this man brought multiple, and I mean multiple females over. And you know what they was doing. Use your common sense. If you don't have none, please use it. But yeah, within that time, I will say he was emotionally abusive, seeing as he got mad when I would go to another man's house, but never ever had enough respect to not bring women to the house. So apparently I paid bills there, right? Because he was taking all my money and saying he was using it for bills. Bringing women to the house that I paid for with me and him, but I was not allowed to bring men over. But he was allowed to bring any woman he wanted, but he was also allowed to get mad at me for going to another man's house. I'm sorry, right? I honestly cannot believe I sat there and dealt with that. Okay, we grown now though. So on top of that, it was one time I didn't answer his phone calls. I actually asked him. I said, hey, do you want to come to a movie with me? He refused. He didn't want to come. Okay. Ended up going to the movie. Ended up getting out the movie. He was calling me. I wasn't answering. Assumed I was with a man. I came home. That man was outside waiting for me in the driveway. I went up to the house. Went up to my room. Got in my room. He was visibly mad. And he just talking. Just mad, because he thought I was with a man, and I wasn't. And he ended up snatching my phone from me.
This is why you gotta pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. This is why, as a man, you gotta be on your purpose. Because at the end of the day, lust is like a monster, right? And the more you feed that monster, the more it's gonna go, right? Also, I'm from the old school, so the old school has a saying: how you do one thing is how you do all things, right? So, and this is not me dirty macking or nothing like that, but we already know Chris has a history of being unfaithful, right? I'm not defending any of the women that he was with because I don't really know the situation like that, but he clearly has a history. What the fuck? Hey, fuck is you? Oh, nah, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, so my bad. Come in. Yeah, I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen, but why not? No edits. We just gonna keep it organic for this one. But as a man, right? As a man that's doing what he's supposed to do, there is no shortage of women, right? So there's no need to lie, stab anybody in the back. There's no need to be creeping. And that extra energy that you're using to cheat on your girl, you could be using that to get more money or complete more goals, get in shape, whatever the objective is, right? It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So if you really pee like that, bro, and your handle was really like that, bro, you don't gotta cheat. You could find somebody, a nice girl that's actually cool with you having other women. They exist. The problem is these dudes be catching feelings, but they not in control of their lust. So they end up being greedy and they end up stepping out. And it's just like, yeah, bro, respectfully, she's still gonna be mad at you, but she'll respect you more if you just break up with her and do you because you obviously want to do you anyway. You feel what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, if you really like that, if you really pee like that, if you really a gallus, my dude, you don't gotta cheat. Because there's girls out here that's gonna let you do whatever you want. And that's facts. You get me? That's all the way facts. So, again, no shots, but what's up with all this DL talk, bro? This is what I mean, bro. Lust is a monster that keeps growing if you feed it. I don't think y'all hearing me, bro. Get on top of your purpose. Work on your relationship with God, Allah, whoever you believe in, the higher, whatever. Tap into that energy, that God flow energy. You see what I'm saying? And live your best life. You don't gotta creep. You don't gotta stab somebody you claim that you love in your back. You don't gotta do that. I'm telling you, you don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? If you really pee out here, bro, you really a player, bro, step your game up. You know what I'm saying? For the listeners out there, bro, like if you cheating on your girl, bro, step your game up, bro. Go tell that woman what it is. And if she not with it, then leave her. It's that simple. Nah, you caught feelings too. You don't want her to leave. You love her, but you still want to step out, but you don't want nobody else to have her. You a sucker. You a sucker. This is sucker behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a part 3 to this video, because I dropped part 2 a few months ago about dude being on the DL. Go check it out. It's your boy Goldfinger Visions. We're going to be back with another one. Peace.